This is the Fifth Estate, coming to you from the Fort Hall School of Government in Nairobi, Kenya, and Professor Mutahi Ngunyi. This Sunday, we tend to agree with the rest of the country that President Ruto does not know what he is doing. And maybe he has no plan. He is doing everything upside down. Why did he disband NHIF and introduce SHA? Yet NHIF was working just fine. What is this upside down logic that has made the country so bitter? What about Raila and this AUC story, which is also upside down? Why has Ruto invested so much in it? And then there is this affordable housing project. What is it about anyway? Why is Ruto everywhere, splashing paint like an amateur artist who does not know what he is doing? Or is it possible that we are the ones unable to see his vision? What if the picture he is painting upside down will make sense once completed and we flip it? And we ask this question because people feel superior to the person whose actions they can predict. In the case of Ruto, the country has already predicted his failure. And this is why we feel superior to him. But what if we are wrong?
As the Chinese philosophers taught us, man who says it cannot be done should not interrupt man doing it. And yes, the Ruto methods are upside down and sometimes crazy. He will promise things that sound ridiculous. He will tell the Luo nation that he can paint a picture of Obama using a bicycle and that he will do it upside down. Kenyans will call this another Tumetenga Mabilioni story. But if Kenyans say it cannot be done, they must not interrupt man doing it. Then he will get even more ridiculous. Ruto will tell us that he can draw a picture of Oprah Winfrey blindfolded and upside down. But Kenyans will say that these are stories ajaba, meaning stories given by intoxicated people. However, as the Chinese taught us, man who says it cannot be done should not interrupt man doing it. What is our point here? For 62 years we have done things the right side up. Then we elected a simple man who draws his pictures upside down. Now we are confused by his logic. But until his vision is complete and his picture is done, the country will judge him harshly. But here is the question. Is he wrong?
If Kikuyus abandoned Ruto, it is because of this upside down logic. And we do not blame them. Drawing a picture using a bicycle and drawing an artist using Ruto's ear, all these things sound like voodoo to Kikuyus. Yet, they are doable and Ruto will do them. But this is the real reason why Kikuyus abandoned Ruto. Kikuyus are like this dog that got a bone from a butcher from Sugoi. The bone was big and full of juices, half the cabinet and half the Ruto budget. As the dog hurried home to Murima, it crossed River Chania. Then it saw its reflection in the water, and the dog thought he was seeing another dog with a bigger bone. The greedy dog decided to snatch the bone from the other dog so that he would have two bones instead of one. As he opened his mouth to snatch the bone from the other dog, the bone in his mouth fell into the river. He lost everything: the bone in his mouth and the bone he wanted to grab from the reflection. This is the tragedy of Kikuyu privilege. They have a juicy bone in their mouth, but they want the bone in the reflection.
Otto von Bismarck the man who unified Germany, taught us that politics is like the making of sausages or mutura. You do not want to see it, and if you do, you might never eat sausages or mutura again, ever. But Ruto is at State House making sausages and painting pictures upside down. And Kikuyus are horrified and disgusted because they are not used to this. They have told him it cannot be done this way. And stubborn Ruto is quoting the Chinese philosophers saying, "Man who says it cannot be done should not interrupt man doing it." And this has annoyed Kikuyus, prompting them to abandon Ruto. But as Cecily Mbarire wondered this week, why are Kikuyus leaving government when the harvest is almost ready? Why are they leaving? Because they saw the horrors of the making of sausages. Yet, Ruto is about to barbecue the juicy sausages for Kikuyus. If you are Ruto and your Kikuyu woman gives you attitude just before the harvest, what would you do? You would invite the beautiful Somali women, Luya, and Luo women to enjoy the harvest abandoned by Kikuyus. Then they would eat the sausages made out of the horrors of making them. What is wrong with that?